Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. Today we are talking micellar waters. I haven't talked about micellar water on this channel for so long, and honestly, they're still one of the most hyped ingredients when it comes to skincare routines. I'm going to take a little bit of a look behind the hype. What's the truth, and is there any benefits for incorporating a micellar water as your cleanser in your skincare routine? And what are some of the things you might want to consider before doing so? Of course, I'm going to share with you my absolute favourite ride or die micellar waters in case you do want to get your hands on one, and stay tuned to the end because I've got a really innovative hack for maximizing the outcomes and the benefits you can get from whichever micellar water you choose. So sit back, relax, and let's talk all things micellar water. Now, don't be fooled by the huge number of brands and different types of micellar water on the market, because actually at its basis, micellar water is a pretty simplistic product. It's traditionally formulated with purified water, mixed with a hydrator, a moisturizer such as glycerin, and then a couple of gentle surfactants. These surfactants, which give the product its cleaning ability and actions, are actually what also gives it its name. When combined together in the formulation that I've just mentioned, the surfactants actually ball up and create spheres called micelles. Hence the name micellar water. There is some reasoning behind why it's so effective as a cleanser, and these micelles have been studied and shown to actually go into the skin a little bit deeper to give a more in-pore cleanse. This is fantastic if you have any skin congestion, maybe you're prone to breakouts, or you just want a more effective cleanse than what you can get with some traditional gel washes. That's pretty much all there is when it comes to micellar waters. And so should we talk a little bit about the benefits and also some of the things you might want to consider before including it in your own routine? The major benefit is for hydration. I often get asked, do I need to rinse my micellar water? Do I need to splash the skin and rinse the product off? And in truth, you don't. Micellar waters are formulated in a way that can be left on the skin without causing any issues or irritation. If you do want to just splash the skin with water to rinse it off, be my guest, but you don't actually have to. And this has one major benefit. Unlike traditional cleansers, which tend to be massaged into the skin before being rinsed off, because you're not rinsing micellar water off, you're not losing as many natural oils from the skin as what you do with other forms of cleansing. This is fantastic if you have quite dry skin to start with, because it won't leave it feeling as stripped and dried as what some other cleansing balms and gels could do. Again, because it's formulated with moisturizers such as glycerin and you're leaving it on the skin, it does leave behind a layer of hydration. Again, this is a fantastic way to start your routine because you really don't want to strip and dry the skin at the start of your routine, because then you feel like you're fighting that dehydration for the other serums and moisturizers that you use. It's always best to start hydrated, and micellar water is a really great way of doing that. One of the other great benefits of it is it's applicable for all skin types. Because it's super gentle and the surfactants they use are really effective without having to be too harsh, you can use the micellar water even on the most sensitive skin. You do have to be mindful of fragrance. Some brands formulate with fragrance, others without. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, make sure you opt for a fragrance-free option. But beyond just that, all skin types can use micellar water. My absolute favourite benefit of using it is just the sheer convenience. So when I go to the gym, I always pack with me a micellar water and a cotton round, and then as soon as I finish the gym, I just wipe across the face, the chest, the back, the places where I tend to break out, to remove any bacteria, any sweat, and just keep me fresh before I can hit the showers. This is fantastic because when you're on the go, you don't need running water enabled to cleanse. You can use a micellar water, leave it on the skin, and get all that great cleansing benefit, but also some hydration at the same time. Now, before you dash out and buy the first micellar water that's on the market because you think, gosh, this sounds too good to be true, I need it in my routine, there are a couple of things to consider. First and foremost, the micelles in micellar water are fantastic cleansing agents and can do a really deep clean. However, they're not totally perfect, and if you're wearing multiple layers of SPF or hard to shift waterproof makeup, I still think you're going to need to do a double cleanse to effectively clean the skin. The good news is that micellar waters are totally flexible, and you can either use them as the first or the second step in a double cleanse. Double cleansing is when you combine a balm cleanser with a gel cleanser to kind of double down on the benefits of the both. Whether you choose to use your micellar water as the first or second step, it's still a fantastic cleansing agent, but I just think we should always be mindful of its limitations. All skincare has limitations, and with micellar water, I think it comes to multiple layers of SPF, which I do struggle to shift with just a micellar water alone. I also want to call out that whilst most micellar waters are super gentle and applicable to all skin types, just be mindful that some brands do formulate with denatured or drying alcohol. It's fairly rare, but I'd say just avoid any micellar water with denatured alcohol in it. It's not necessary for the cleaning power, and honestly it can just strip and dry the skin, which kind of offsets one of the major benefits of reaching for the micellar water in the first place, which is that gorgeous hydration. So you're pretty much convinced by this point to try a micellar water. So let's come on to some of my absolute favourites. Well, my current ride or die is this. This is the Garnier micellar water. I started using this when Garnier went entirely cruelty free, which I am all about, and I'd say honestly this is probably the most effective one that I've tried. I love this product. You get so much for the price that you have to pay. It's drugstore, it's affordable, it's available globally, and I honestly think if you're looking to try micellar waters, this is probably the best place to start. There is, of course, the Bioderma, which was the OG original formulation, which I do really like. I'd say it's probably on a par in terms of its efficacy of this. The reason I don't reach for it day in, day out is because Bioderma are not yet an entirely cruelty-free brand. So I think when they're very similar, it's just better reaching for the Garnier rather than the Bioderma, because the Garnier is also cheaper, and who doesn't love a bargain? Another firm favourite of mine is by Lidl, which is a supermarket here in Europe, and they do their Sienne micellar water. Their gentle one is so good on the skin, and it costs 99 pence. You don't get cheaper than that, and honestly I'd say it's almost comparable in terms of the effects that you're going to get as the Garnier one, so I absolutely love it. Now I've left links to all of my favourite micellar waters below, and I've also shared some honourable mentions that are definitely worthy of a look, so check those out if you do want to shop them or read them in more detail. Whilst you're down there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and a like, because honestly it helps me and the channel so much. Now before I leave you, I want to share with you a little bit of a hack that I picked up from TikTok. I know, I might be old, but I can still watch TikTok. And I found this hack, I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to try it. And honestly, game changing. So take your cotton round. This is actually a disposable cotton round. I usually prefer reusable ones. I've linked some of my favourites below. But for the ease of filming, I reached for a disposable one. But definitely use, with your micellar water, a reusable one, because it's much more environmentally friendly. You then load it with your favourite micellar water. I'm using the Garnier one here. You turn it over, flip it to the drier side, and just blow through. This creates a really light foam, and then when you use this on the skin, it makes it so much more effective than just using it in its traditional way. I find when you do this, you get less fluff from on the skin from the cotton round itself, which is fantastic. It also, that bubbling gives a really nice freshness, like a little popping on the skin, which wakes you up in the morning. And I honestly think when it comes to removing things such as makeup and SPF, it's so much more effective than just using it in the traditional sense. So promise me you will give that hack a try. And wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.